Baby, coming off another 4-0 sweep on a nice 8-0 run. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and that's right, baby. I'm on cloud nine. You just heard it. 8-0 run, 4-0 sweep again. We'll go over the recap in just a bit, but man, oh man, does that feel good. As you guys know, the website, we worked really hard on it. It is officially live, justabetoutside.com. We already have people posting on the community tab. Again, that part is free. Betting contests are coming soon. Excited for that. Tons of incredible tools for you guys. If you guys want to check it out, we have a 10-minute tutorial video going through the website and all the tools that can really help you as sports bettors. It's on our YouTube page right now. So, of course, if you want to use the premium tools, then be sure to use the coupon code JABOLAUNCH, and that will get you one free month. But again, it has nothing to do with picks. We're not charging for picks or anything like that. Just a lot of awesome tools, and we're going to have some fun there as well. But of course, any graphics you see in this video, you know are from OUTLIER. It's the best betting research tool on the market today. Click that link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it. I got a little dad joke here, and this is a dad joke. It's not great. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. People tell me they pick their nose, but I feel like I was just born with mine. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to go over the good and bad hitter matchups, the best pitcher strikeout matchups, the huge 5-game pitcher report. That's right. It is an ugly 5-game slate. And then we'll give you our best bets and the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we are over 40,000 subscribers right now. Crazy to say, but we also got just a great community in general, so be sure to join. And also Discord link is below, completely free to join as well. So let's get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. There it is, 4 beautiful, gorgeous, stunning green check marks, baby. Brewers money line plus 116. They put a beat down on my Seattle Mariners. Guardians money line minus 124. That was not easy. It was 2-2. And then Stephen Kwan got the job done in the bottom of the 8th, hit in Bo Naylor after a double, and then Clase shut the door. So that was a nice win. Bailey Falter under 5.5 hits. He went six innings, I believe, which is really long for him, maybe even 7, and he still only gave up like 3-4 hits. I mean, it was just a beauty. Detroit struggled again. And then Max Fried under 4.5 Ks. He had 2 in the first 2 innings, and then I think he ended with 3. Maybe 2. No, it was 3. Sorry, I'm talking out loud. But either way, another easy win. So you got to love to see that. Just a couple days ago, we were down like 12, 13 units. Now we're down 6.43. It can change in a hurry. I want more. Let's keep this run going. But there's the breakdown of all the bets, and that's what I got for the recap. Now let's talk the hitter matchups. All right, before we get to the good hitter matchups, I didn't mention in the intro, but we also got Who's on Fire. You're going to see here in just a second. But these are the best hitter matchups we got. Manny Machado, 11 for 34, or 11 for 32, 2 bombs off of Sonny Gray. Then you see Altuve, 10 for 32 off Severino. Arenado off Darvish has 3 home runs. Xander Bogaerts, Javi Baez, so on and so on. Again, it's a 5-game slate. There's not a ton here, but that's what we got for the good hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. Just 2, and it's 2 Seattle Mariners. Julio, 1 for 12. J.P. Crawford, 1 for 10 off Yusei Kikuchi. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. Now it's time for Who's on Fire. All right, if you're new to the channel, we do this once a week, every single week. We give you the hitters on fire, usually in the last 7 days, but now it's like 6 games. So it's really just hitters on fire since the All-Star break. Pretty close, but minimum of 20 or more at-bats, and you have to be hitting 340 or higher. Hopefully this can help you guys out, but there's all for at least the first page. We got guys like Perdomo of the D-backs down there hitting 542 with 7 ribbies. And then a lot of guys hitting 400 or over, including Beck, Moniak, Brian Reynolds starting to pick it up. Mason Wynn, maybe one of the only Cardinal hitters that are actually hitting 440 in the last 6 days. And then we got Angel Martinez up there for the Guardians, 407. We know that offense has been rolling lately. And then Salvador Perez, holy smokes, 435 with 5 home runs already in like 6 games. That's pretty impressive. So anyways, take a screenshot. That's what we got for page 1. Now let's check out page 2. And here's all the rest of them. I'm including Nick Kurtz hitting 500 with 6 ribbies. And then we got George Springer, 455, hitting 455. He's had a good year this year. Caminero down there at the bottom, hitting 400 with a couple home runs as well. Willy Adames finally trying to live up to his contract for the Giants, hitting 364 with 3 home runs already since the All-Star break. So that's page 2. Now we got a few more on page 3, including PCA 350 with a couple bombs, Nimmo 350 with a bomb, and Jacob Young of the Washington, not Wizards, the Nationals. I almost said Wizards, with 3 ribbies. So that's what we got for the hitters on fire. Now let's talk some Ks. All right. Unfortunately, it's a 5-game slate. We have no great pitcher strikeout matchups, but I'll give you the matchups for the 3 highest K rates on the slate today. The lefty, Eric Lauer. How about that? Facing the Tigers. Tigers' 12th lowest K rate versus lefties last 3 weeks, 21.8. Even though they haven't been hitting the ball well, they haven't K'd a ton. Sonny Gray versus the Padres. Padres, 8th lowest K rate versus righties last 3 weeks. They're always down there. I mean, they're not a team that strikes out much. And then Yusei Kikuchi versus the Mariners. Mariners actually the 9th lowest K rate versus lefties in the last 3 weeks, around 20.9%. So that's all we got for the pitcher K matchups. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here are the 5 and only 5 matchups of the day, starting out with Uncle Charlie Morton against the lefty Logan Allen. Morton's been solid, but coming off a terrible start, giving up 8 hits and 7 earned runs against the Rays. Logan Allen, the lefty, only lasted 1 inning on 45 pitches last start. He gave up 6 earned runs to the Padres. Other than that, he's been actually pretty solid lately for the Guardians. And then Eric Lauer, who we just talked about a little bit, continues to pitch well. He's given up 2 or less earned runs in 8 of his last 9 starts, going up against Reese's Pieces. In 3 starts since his return from the IL, he has given up 3 earned runs in 14.1 innings. And then obviously, as you guys see here, if you are new to the channel, we got home runs per 9, expected ERA. All the averages are on the bottom to help you out. And then we got Yu Darvish versus Sonny Gray. We're going to talk about this in a little bit, but Darvish struggled a little bit out of the gate, still trying to get his footing. Sonny Gray has been good all year, but he got absolutely obliterated in his last start. Then Luis Severino versus Jason Alexander. That's right, not the actor from Seinfeld. This is an actual pitcher. But Severino, better on the road by far, but struggling everywhere right now, in general. Right now, at least outside of his last start, which is against Cleveland. Before that, how about 20 earned runs allowed in 5 starts? He's not happy there in Sacramento. He's come out and said it. But Alexander being called back up with McCullers on the IL. Huge ERA thanks to 1 awful game. Again, we're talking 15 innings only. He gave up 9 earned runs in 2.1 innings at the Dodgers. And then Logan Evans versus Kikuchi. Evans, you know what? His ERA is 3.81. As a Mariner fan, I'm not impressed by him at all, especially when he's not in Seattle. But he's given up 4+ earned runs now in 3 straight road games. And then Kikuchi, he's had a pretty good year. He continues to get out of a lot of jams and limit runs, even though it does seem like he gets into some trouble, especially with that command a little bit. And he's given up 6+ hits in 5 of his last 7. You know, it's unusual sometimes when you see a low ERA around 3 with a whip around 1.4, but you know what? That's what he has, and he's made it work. So that's what we got for all 5 matchups. Now, before we get to the best bets, let's talk the call sheet trade of the day. All right, guys, it is time for the call sheet trade of the day. We have not done one of these in a while. If you don't know anything about it, you are missing out. This is like stocks, but you can buy and sell contracts with things that actually interest you. It's federally regulated in all 50 states. This is awesome. As you guys can see there, politics, sports, crypto, climate, economics. I mean, you can bet the weather in a day. As you guys have seen me, I've done pretty good with weather. I'm not going to lie, but we're going to place the trade of the day here. We're going to go to sports. And then we are going to pick baseball because you know what? That's what we are talking about right here. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for the NL Cy Young Award winner. And we're going to go to that one. So as you click on that, it shows you what it costs. 47 cents per contract for Zach Wheeler, which is the highest. You guys know if you listen to that first video right out of the All-Star break on that Friday, I gave out 3 midseason futures and one of them was Zach Wheeler. I am doubling down. He is winning this Cy Young Award. I've talked about it before. I think he's going to get the job done just because I think Skeens is going to be less and less pitch count, less and less innings as we move forward. I think voters want Zach Wheeler to win, the veteran, if it was close. But either way, you heard that description. But we're going to throw $8 on this one. And then what we're going to do is we hit review and submit after that one. So we hit review and submit, and the trade has been placed. That's right. We are ready to roll with Zach Wheeler as the Cy Young Award winner. So anyways, again, if you sign up using that link below for call sheet, you get a $20 bonus credit. All right, it's now time for the best bets. All right, for this first one, we head out to St. Louis, where the Cardinals host the San Diego Fathers. Cardinals on the money line -138, Fathers money line +118 with a total of 8.5 runs. I'm going with the first 5 inning bet. Give me the under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings, -110 on Bet365. This is a half unit play. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a 1 unit play, honestly, on this 5-game ugly slate. But let's talk about the one thing that's working against us for this under. It's the weather. It's going to be near 100 degrees, but not much wind, so there is that. But just want to point that out. Now we got you, Darvish versus Sonny Gray. Darvish, I think we see him continue to improve as we move along. Is he in his best form right now? Probably not. But he has faced the D-backs, Phillies, and Washington. Not the easiest matchups. At Washington, he did okay. This Cardinals offense is probably going to be the easiest matchup so far. We'll talk about that offense in just a little bit. But Darvish had just one walk last start. That's a good sign because he did have 3 walks in the first two starts. So I think he can pitch decent here, and we'll talk about his matchup and all that in just a bit. But the next guy, Sonny Gray, we got to count on him having a good game. He got absolutely obliterated last game. Honestly, that makes me like this bounce back even more. It was in Arizona. That happens sometimes. He has been solid other than that. Gave up 2 or less earned runs in 4 of the previous 5 starts. And also when he's at home, 2.84 ERA with a 307 xFIP. I mean, he has been very good at home. Now, let's talk the offenses. Padres continue to disappoint this season. They are coming off a 3-game series in Miami where they scored a total of 9 runs in those 3 games. Sandy, that's right, Sandy just absolutely dominated them. This is just flat out not a good offense. Sometimes, they got some superstars at the top, so they have their moments, but overall, it's just not been good. Now, the Cardinals. This team is coming off a 3-game series in Coors Field on 0 days rest. We have talked about this all season long. Offenses have notoriously struggled the first game out of Coors Field, especially when there's no day off. Now, speaking of struggle, that's just what they do no matter where they play. They just scored, it's wild, 4 total runs in the last 2 games at Coors Field. That is absolutely horrendous if you don't know anything about Coors Field. In fact, they just got shut out in Game 3 in Coors Field. Who gets shut out in Coors Field? That's just crazy. Anyways, I don't want to mess with the bullpens here. So overall, I like a Sonny Gray bounce back here. And also, even though you Darvish, might not be in his best form and all that, I think we get a letdown from this Cardinals offense coming out of Coors Field. So give me the under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings. That is my first best bet. All right, this second one takes us out to Detroit, Michigan, where the Tigers host the Toronto Blue Jays. Jays on the money line plus 108. Tigers minus 132, total of 9 runs. Before I get to this bet, just to talk the game real quick, this line seems a little trappy, that's for sure. We have the Tigers 1-9 in their last 10, playing one of the hottest teams, if not the hottest team, but yet the Tigers are the favorite here. You know what? Blue Jays, I will say this: they're 11-9 in their last 20 road games. I think that has a part of it because they've only played 6 road games in the month of July against the White Sox and A's, and they went 3-3. I'm only saying all this because I had some conversations on Discord about this game. I'm not going to pick a side, just something I wanted to keep in mind. The Tigers, you want to take the Tigers, but at minus 132 with the way they've been playing, it is tough, that's for sure. But either way, it doesn't matter because I don't have a bet like that. I got a player prop. Give me the lefty, Eric Lauer, over 4.5 Ks, minus 130 on DraftKings. Again, a half-unit play here. We briefly talked about this matchup in the Ks, the pitcher K matchup. So let's first talk Eric Lauer. He's been solid this season. As for the Ks, which is all you guys care about, as you can see by this outlier screenshot, he is over this line in 6 of 9 games this season. That includes 8 versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they're a low strikeout team against lefties. He actually now has 6+ Ks, as you see there, in 3 straight starts. He's gotten double-digit whiffs in 4 of his last 6. You'd like to see that as well. But let's talk the matchup. The Tigers offense. We talked about how they're a little below average matchup versus lefties, but overall they are just struggling. We just saw Bailey Falter, who, if you don't know, has like a 14 to 15% K rate. He had 8 strikeouts against his Tigers team. We saw Corbin recently get 6 Ks, Logan Allen get 5. There's been a couple, 2 other pitchers. Jacob Latz didn't go over. I forgot the other one. But lefties have also been going pretty deep into games versus Detroit. Lauer's not a guy who usually goes 7 innings or anything, but I think he can go 5, work into the 6th inning here with the form that the Tigers' offenses are in. In the 4 games that Lauer has gone 5+ innings, he's over this line in all 4 starts. So you love to see that. And again, he's juiced to go at least 5 innings here, according to the books. He has 8, 5, 6, and 7 Ks in those 4 starts where he's gone 5+ innings. He has a lower K rate on the road. It's a decent amount. Still 23, 24% on the road. I'm not too worried here because I think it's kind of built, part of it that's built into the line. I was expecting a 5.5 line here, honestly, about plus 100, minus 110 area. Again, if he goes 5 innings, we're just asking for 1 strikeout per inning here to cash this one. And with him having a 27% K rate this year, I think he can get the job done. So give me E over 4.5 Ks. That is my second and final best bet. I may have one added play again. It's an ugly 5-game slate, so I don't want to just start giving back all the winnings or anything in the last 2 days on this slate. But that's what I got so far. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. My 2 best bets so far. The under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings between the Padres and the Cardinals for half unit, and Eric Lauer over 4.5 Ks for a half unit as well. Thank you guys for watching. As always, really appreciate the support every single day, all the likes, all the comments. Can't thank you guys enough. But hope you guys have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.